Is it too soon to joke about that? I'm not going to joke about that.
Welcome to Franchise Addicts, podcast about franchise movies. I'm Luke.
I'm Chris.
And today we are finishing off the trilogy within the franchise, the Ash Williams trilogy with Army of Darkness. Brought on, is this your third time on, Sam? Or are you second time guest? My buddy Sam.
Feels like a million times though. Just this little slow interaction here. I mean, it's great to have Sam. Sam's a great guy. He's got hot takes, and he is going to talk to us about the Army of Darkness.
So, Sam, kick us off. What are your feelings on the first two movies?
I think that it's universally accepted that Evil Dead 2 is the better of the two.
Controversial.
I understand. Yeah, I mean, it's fun. Necronomicon, Bruce Campbell. It's always kind of a fun little romp.
It's a fun little romp for sure.
Are you heavy now, Chris, on the first one's better than the second?
I'm going to take that stance. And I mean, I'm not saying the second one is bad. It's not bad. It's just kind of, I actually was talking to someone else, a fan, a Franchise Addicts fan. Yep. We were chatting and he agrees with me, but also we're essentially saying it's strange because like, it's a sequel to Evil Dead. It's also kind of a remake. And, and it's just bizarre, right? Like it's just a bizarre, like I don't know that there's a lot of examples of this in popular film culture where they they do a sequel and it's kind of the same but different. I mean,
Mad Max.
Very intentionally, that's what this does.
Yeah, Mad Max basically does these three movies in its own form. Yeah, because the first Mad Max. And then the second movie, Road Warrior, is just the first Mad Max, but with a bigger budget. George Miller.
Yeah.
Just got a bigger budget to basically do it better. Mel Gibson returns. It's like basically the same movie. And then the third movie is Thunderdome, which is like a completely wild movie compared to Road Warrior.
All right.
Road Warrior is my personal favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a franchise we should definitely look into.
Yeah.
I know we've discussed this, but
Mad Max rules.
Mm-hmm.
And we did either of us have Furiosa on our list?
No.
I think we gave
honorable mention. Honorable mention. It was good, but did not make the list.
No.
But it's a good one.
So yeah, this third movie here in the Evil Dead trilogy within a franchise, Army of Darkness, the Thunderdome of the Evil Dead trilogy, in that it is completely bonkers. Even though Evil Dead 2 is like where horror comedy starts, like this is just on another level.
It is. It really it takes that tone and it amps it up. And it gives us a new setting. And what a setting it gives us. Very interesting to really see, what up until this point has been completely contained in a cabin, which is I know we've talked about like how spacious and how the cabin changes in size and all that. But I mean, we're kind of looking at like 2 or 3 rooms most of the time. It kind of, very, very basic. And now we have this medieval times to work with, and there's all kinds of settings and all kinds of places and all kinds of characters, and they really they go out and they really add it up here, and I think it's good. It's fun.
Yeah,
but I won't give too much away about my thoughts.
It's a romp for sure. It shares something. Quite the film.
What's your history with it, Sam? How many times have you seen this?
This is like my 3rd or 4th time ever having seen Army of Darkness. The first time that I saw it, I think I was probably 14. It was one of those that like an older nerdy friend had introduced me to, and like, oh well, it's supposed to be kind of scary, but it's really actually funny. Okay, gotcha. Because I didn't like horror. So Army of Darkness was my first foray into the Evil Dead series.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
What an
That's
entry.
interesting. How did that? So then, how was it to go back and watch the first two?
There, because I was familiar with Bruce Campbell, and I didn't find them as scary as people said that they were. I still don't. The new one that they came out with, that one was pretty terrifying. But
I'm very excited to get into those.
ED Rise.
yeah, it was
You
great.
guys.
I really liked it. But anyway,
Rise fucking rips.
yeah,
And
it really does.
can't wait to see the new one that they have just wrapped with. They just wrapped, and I don't know, that comes out sometime in 26, obviously.
Sam, have you seen the trailer for Bone Temple?
No, I didn't even know there was a new Evil Dead coming out.
Oh,
No. I'm talking about 28 years later.
No.
They filmed a second movie at the same time they filmed 28 years later, and it's called The Bone Temple, and it's about the gang.
Okay, so I'm revealing something here. I've not seen 28 days or 28 years later yet. I know.
Oh shit, we got it.
I'm a huge fan of
the podcast.
28
Oh,
days.
I thought,
Get him out of here.
didn't you get the email? You have to have
Oh
seen
my
that movie.
God. We covered it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you listen to every episode of the show, right?
Unbelievable.
I listened to selections.
Oh, okay. Well, shit.
Damn. All right.
Okay, whatever.
Fine.
We did it.
Well,
and,
now, okay. Hey, now, in my defense, like, I'm a busy boy. I've got
okay. I think it was a 45-minute.
I know.
Sweet.
I didn't want to listen to it yet because I hadn't seen the movie. So
there you go.
On Netflix now, I think. By the way, 28 years later is on.
I think it is on my leaderboard for best movie of the year.
Whoa!
Maybe not number one, but it's on the leaderboard.
Okay.
And I think the Bone Temple trailer is the most sick thing I've ever seen on a screen in my life, and it will probably suck, but I'll happily watch it.
I've
like
not
just
seen the trailer.
metal. Is it just like metal?
Yeah, it's insane. Like, it's so out of what that franchise actually is, but they might be able to. It might be like a nice little screwball in there, like it's so over the top, insane, away from what it's supposed to be that it will work.
So is that why it reminded you of Army of Darkness?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I'm glad to tie it back together.
Yeah.
Army of Darkness, which cost $11.5 million to put together.
You can really tell. No, you can't.
So
I love that. We can talk about like cheap things that we love, or like the parts of the movie that were like when the skeleton army is running after them, and they will show skeletons, and they're all skeletons, like actual skeletons, except when you have to have action shots, then they are clearly dudes with a skeleton mascot, and like, oh, so they totally changed. They don't look anything like the other ones.
Well, I think that the claymation. I read some trivia that the claymation was like a tribute to something else.
Gumby?
I don't know. I wasn't sure precisely. Here, look at Wikipedia.
It's an homage to stop motion legend Ray Harryhausen.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. Oh, Harry. Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, it's fun. The look is very fun. It reminds me of like stuff I saw as a kid. That type of animation. But yeah, so 11. But you were saying it would cost 11 million.
11 mil. It made that back domestically, and then added another 10 on top of it internationally. So rather successful little film. Doubled its money. But then is like lived on, and like all the other Evil Dead movies lived on VHS, probably done good numbers.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, how did this, like, was this playing in a lot of theaters? This was 92, so we're 5 years after Evil Dead 2. So like, yeah, like how big was this, do you think? Like were we seeing like trailers for this on television? Probably not. Or you think? Or like, yeah, where was this in the culture at the time?
Not on television. I mean, I wouldn't think, right? Like
No.
maybe in theaters as like a lead in to what else came out what came out in 91 that they would be advertising?
Dances
During.
with Wolves.
That's what I was gonna say.
Dances with Wolves. And
That's what
no,
won
we've
the
got
Oscar,
Army
yeah.
of Darkness and then okay.
Stick around for
Hamlet with Mel Gibson.
Wow. Is that the no, that's not the Kenneth Branagh one, is it?
No.
Does
one
Kenneth
that was
Branagh
not-
play Hamlet in the Kenneth Branagh one?
I thought, you know what? I don't know. I kind of thought Kenneth Branagh was Henry VIII or something.
No, he played Hamlet. He got an Oscar for adapting Hamlet.
Oh wow. 91 also saw such great films as the original Addams Family. So there's some horror comedy.
There you
Yeah.
go.
There it goes.
Backdraft, My Girl. Talk about more horror comedy. The classic, I'm surprised we haven't done this franchise, Ernest Scared Stupid.
Dude, the
Oh.
Ernest movie is funny.
Hold on. You said horror comedy, and I thought you were going to say, "Oh, like My Girl," because Jim Belushi is in it.
A horror comedy.
Yeah, that's a horror movie.
Because of Jim Belushi? You're
Yeah,
not a Belushi fan?
he's the bad Belushi.
He is. I mean, he's clearly the bad Belushi. There's no one that would argue with that. Do you think there are people that are like,
Dude, there's for sure huge according to Jim fans.
Oh,
Ugh.
You know there are. You know they're out there.
The Family Guy of sitcoms.
Problem Child 2, Hook, Father of the Bride, Curly Sue, Drop Dead Fred, fucking Rockadoodle.
Rockadoodle.
The
Who
Rockadoodle?
can forget Rockadoodle? Come on.
That's the lead in. Right
there's
there. I
New
did
Jack-
Army of Darkness trailers for Rockadoodle.
You go to see Rockadoodle. Well, but I will say, what do they have in common? Elvis. Because Rockadoodle, you might not remember, but actually I just saw the movie poster. It's about a chicken that is like an Elvis character. I feel like I might have seen it as a young boy.
What does that have to do with Army of Darkness?
So I think that Bruce Campbell is clearly kind of doing an Elvis.
Sam, do you want to do it?
What?
The Bruce Campbell plays Elvis.
Well,
in the movie Bubba Hotep.
Yes, that's right. I had forgotten. Well, Bruce Campbell is his own.
Look at the
type
braid
of
on this kid. Fucking
Big
whiz.
brain on Brad. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I actually looked at
fun fact.
His filmography as I was watching it, Bruce Campbell that is, and from what I briefly looked and saw, it was pretty much just Evil Dead and Darkman, which came out like a 90, and I've seen that. It's horrible. That is a horrible movie.
And also, did you say it? Spider-Man? All of the Spider-Man.
Yeah. Spider-Man 1, 2, 3.
Bruce Campbell's in those?
Yeah, he's in every Raimi movie.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like really good pals, I think.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they went to school together. That's why Evil Dead, the first movie, is basically their like class project.
That's very cool. It says Bruce Campbell's in the new remakes, and I am gonna be looking for him because he must have a cameo.
Yeah, I
don't recall.
I've only seen Rise once. So yeah, I don't recall him being in there.
They gave him an executive producer credit for Evil Dead Rise.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, good for him. He made some money off of that.
I heard he has someone was telling me over the weekend that they're reading currently his autobiography. And they say that it is written very poorly. Like they're like, he clearly did not get a ghostwriter. And and it just meanders into weird places. Like there's one chapter where he just talks about this car that he really liked. and they're just like, it's very interesting, a bit captivating as this guy is. I mean, yeah, like he's like what do we think about Bruce Campbell? Yay or nay?
I love him. I
You
love
love
him so much. Yeah, I love him.
And that's
But
is that go beyond the chiseled jaw?
I just like. I mean, he was in Jack of All Trades, which I also really liked, which is also kind of like a silly sort of Xena warrior princess style show
What was
in
he a
like
master of?
2000. He was a jack of all trades. None. He was a master of none. Luke.
Thank you.
He was great. It ran for one season. It's kind of a cult classic. I don't know. I just like him as a person. I think he's fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think these movies are a testament to his likability. Like he just is extremely good at being on camera, in my opinion. And like this movie, it would be so stupid if the main guy was like Jean-Claude Van Damme. You'd be like, this fucking sucks.
Oh, I would.
Oh, can you
love
imagine?
to see that though.
Yeah, it would be sick. It would be hilarious, but like Bruce Campbell like makes it the genre that it is.
True, very true. He's very, very, very unique, and I feel like, yeah, I mean, in the first movie, he's kind of there, and everyone's clearly like very green. But then, as by the time we get to number two, he is like the star without a doubt. This movie hinges upon him completely, and they really take this to new levels in this film with all of the very many iterations of Ash that we get. The Honey I Shrunk the Kids Ash.
Killer.
Yeah,
Killer bit.
yeah. Going into his mouth. The
Evil
eye on the
Ash.
shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah. Evil Ash. What did he do to that lady to turn her into a witch?
I don't know. I did see the start of an assault before the camera panned away. We're like, oh, okay. And then the skeletons also randomly had two naked women, just for laughs.
Yeah, why not?
That were also clearly there against their will.
Just throw him in there. Just fucking
yeah.
Conan the Barbarian. That's what
It's a
90s
Raimi
are.
film. Relax, everybody. You know.
Yeah, everyone's fine. Did you guys know there is a director's cut of this and a theatrical cut?
No.
No.
Tell me more.
So I definitely watched the theatrical cut because I think that's what Amazon defaults you to when you search for Army of Darkness. But yeah, there's a director's cut that's 15 minutes longer.
Okay.
And I'll wait till the end, but I'll go through all the different changes and stuff. The biggest change is that the ending's different.
Oh wow, that ending! Quite the ending.
ending in the grocery store is different.
Yeah.
Housewares.
So, in the ending, where is it here? Ash miscounts the drop as he's in the portal. He oversleeps for centuries. He awakens in a ruined post-apocalyptic world, screaming, "I slept too long."
And
Cut
then
to black.
he sees the world and the empire, and like the Statue of Liberty is torn apart, and he's like, "Oh, good God!"
What did those apes do this time?
Yeah, just like the alternate ending for Alien Resurrection, which I believe was the same idea, right? Remember that? Yeah.
I try not to.
I'm glad that they
Haunted
did.
by that movie.
Yeah. I don't love it. I'm glad that they did the ending that they
Oh, for sure. So yeah, let's get into the recap. We begin with Ash again narrating how he got into the cabin. We get to see Linda again. Happy to see Linda always.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets sucked through the portal that we saw in Evil Dead 2. And him and the Oldsmobile crash land. There's also, I guess the technical opening to the movie is, I guess you're wondering, how did we get here? Type of opening. And then it goes to him explaining how he got here. And he is immediately captured and thought to be an enemy and brought to a pit.
Yes.
And we are in the world now. So like we got a glimpse of it in Evil Dead 2 if you're following along chronologically, or if you're like Sam, you just think this is how this movie works. It's like wasn't there a run of like modern time man goes to medieval in like the early 90s.
Well, we had the
Kid in
medieval.
King Arthur's court.
Sure.
Well, I mean, that's just
That's
based on a lot longer or older book, rather. So
Yeah, I'm just saying. I remember that being like a 90s kids movie.
or there were like lots of kids fish out of water movies. So like all of a sudden a kid gets a check that's unlimited or something. You know, like
Oh
a
yeah,
bunch of
like
those.
Richie Rich.
Yeah.
Encino Man, not medieval times, but
In the
still.
90s.
Can I
Fish
just
out of water because of
we
time.
had I mean we had the Monty Python Holy Grail. That's like what 80s 75. Wow.
I will say, other than the man's weapons, Ash's weapons and shit like that, these medieval people are like, there's nothing special about this guy. He just fits right in.
He
He's
does.
just a guy.
He's just a guy with a weird arm that
I suppose they do have the prophecy, so like him being out of time and they've already been talking about it amongst themselves. This possibility.
they do, and they immediately point that out. It's him from the prophecy, and we saw the prophecy in the book in number 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Princess Bride. That doesn't whatever. I just a kid in King Arthur's court. I'm just looking at comedies in medieval times,
Monty
and
Python and the Holy Grail. There's a little bit of that in here.
yeah,
A
Robin
lot of
Hood.
slapstick.
Yeah.
A lot of slapstick.
A lot of slapstick.
But Bruce Campbell, you know, is actually kind of good at it. Like
Yeah.
he's
I mean,
shockingly, he's a physical comedian.
Yeah, he gets beat up in all of these movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and of course, you know that just like everything, that I think the style is very important because it's like it's supposed to be over the top and schlocky and all that, and because I mean, yeah, $11 million. I'm sure they might have been able to make things perhaps look a little cleaner, but it's like this is the brand. The brand is
Yeah, I mean, Raimi cites like the Three Stooges as like inspiration for a lot of the pratfall comedy stuff that's in here. So he is like pulling nostalgic comedic strings constantly.
I mean, and to Raimi's credit, I think that he really pulls it off.
Yeah,
like
this movie is nothing but charming. Like it's just charming
from beginning to end.
Yeah. It's a fun time. I was skeptical, right? Because I had kind of seen Evil Dead 2. I was expecting like it was going to just knock my socks off, take the first one and just take it to a much higher level. And I was like, okay, well, maybe it didn't necessarily do that for me. It was, again, like there's parts of it that I liked. I can appreciate it. But then I was like, okay, now we're going to get cheesier. We're going to get this medieval time setting. And I started off being like, okay, this could be really, really bad. This could be awful. And then as it went on, you know, it's charming. It's fun. It's a fun time, you know, and it's I love the run time. It's perfect.
Hour and 20.
Yeah.
In and out.
Hour 20 in and out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's was it like if it took itself an ounce more seriously, it would really suck.
Yeah.
And if it like was even goofier, like it would just be like a kids movie basically.
It's a good balance of the two, and it's definitely like I don't know. It's one of those movies where you can watch it half dozen times throughout your life and find something new out of it that you didn't
they'll
quite
always
appreciate before.
Yeah, there'll be one fall that you didn't quite catch that's funny. One stupid face Bruce Campbell makes, like there's something.
There's a lot of little nuggets of goodness.
Speaking of nuggets of goodness, while they're in the pit, Ash gets dropped in there. He has to fight some deadites at the bottom of it, and then he shoots the shotgun, which I believe, if you're watching closely, he definitely doesn't have in his holster. and then like somehow miraculously gets it when the guy only throws him his chainsaw, but then he gets the iconic line, "This is my boomstick."
Yeah.
Classic.
I mean, so did you think of Star Wars?
Did I
Sure.
think of Star
The
Wars?
Sarlacc,
Like the Sarlacc pit.
A little
the
bit.
Sarlacc pit, and then also to take it to another little nod, the fact that those spikes close in on him, which was
Trash
like again,
compactor.
the trash compactor. Yeah, I think obviously it's different. There's no patent on a pit with ghouls in it, but I
Star
think,
Wars is just cinematic language. Like,
yeah,
it's
I
just
feel
what
like
it is.
also when he comes upon the three Necronomicons, we get a little Indiana Jones for a second.
Yeah, for sure.
Just like nodding to these things that are very big cultural milestones. But then, of course, yeah, making it weird and scary, or just like
Just
not scary.
always making the weird choice. Like
Yeah.
when he gets sucked into the first book and then comes out and his face is weird, and it takes multiple to fix it.
I mean,
Like that doesn't
ultimately,
need to be in there, but it's stupid and goofy.
I'm getting someone's knocking on my door. So you guys, you talk, and I'll be right back.
ultimately it's just sort of an adventure serial too. Like at
Yeah.
its core, that's really all this movie is. It's just an adventure serial about
Yeah, I mean,
man sucked back, like
it's pulling from Conan the Barbarian, like all that shit. The swords and sandals.
Conan and the little adventure books from the Explorer adventure books or whatever, like
Or like the Prince Valiant comic strip.
right. Prince Valiant is a really interesting sort of I guess I hadn't thought about Prince Valiant watching it, but
All
that
I
checks
think
out.
about, Sam, is the fact that Prince Valiant is still printed as a part of the comic section in newspapers, and just like, how has that lasted? Because that works in the 30s, that works in the fucking 20s. Like,
Does anybody know what's going on in Prince Valiant at this point?
there has to be scholars at this point of
Okay.
that have like written the books. I'm sure you can find the books that explain everything that's happened in Prince Valiant and how it all ties together.
It was created in February 1937.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And it has been going on. I want to see how, like, oh my God, there's a movie. You guys should watch Prince Valiant, the movie.
There's a kids cartoon about that called Valiant, and I feel like it's pigeons. Yep, 2005. It's pigeons.
But is it based on the comic strip? That's
no.
the important.
It's actually about these pigeons that are in World War II. Sorry, so I guess it's actually using it's like Valiant, like they're honorable.
Yeah, they were part of the war, brother. Fucking served Mother England.
Yeah. So never mind. Prince Valiant though.
Who owns the film rights to this? We should draft we should go deep into the lore of Prince Valiant and figure out a really good script.
There's got to be someone that is the go-to source, and I will make it my mission to get them on Franchise Addicts.
I mean, I'm looking at Wikipedia and it's like, Jesus, this is a long article. I can't summarize it in 30 seconds. Just all of those words together on a screen, I just can't do it.
Well, speaking of Prince Valiant, Ash has to have his heroine. He has to have his dame here that he has to go save. That obviously gets subverted by Raimi too, but he meets Sheila. Great name.
By the way, yeah, how much do we love the fact that her name is Sheila, by the way?
Fucking ridiculous.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, that was a common name back then, right? A lot of Sheilas.
I don't know about that.
I will say
10th century, yes.
So she this woman seems like a good actress. And I looked her up, and she's had a long career. I thought that like it you could just tell the difference. Like, because there's Bruce Campbell, and Bruce Campbell knows Bruce Campbell acting, and Bruce Campbell knows the tone, and he's got that down. But then, and I think a lot of the other actors in the movie, like they're around for a little bit. They're kind of just doing bit roles and
Dude,
being
the guy
really
who plays Arthur fucking sucks. He's so bad.
He's not good.
He's so bad. They would have gotten anyone else, like anybody that had any amount of personality, like that could be a decent role, but just nothing. And the same with the Merlin guy too. Just fucking nothing from that guy.
Yeah, so there's a lot of like bad actors, and Bruce Campbell's doing his thing, but then Mbeth David, she's good. She's legitimately like you can tell like she's a good actress, and she brings some gravitas to the performance that's almost like, oh wow, we have not seen this in this setting, which is kind of traditionally a decent performance. I mean, she's only in it, she doesn't have that much to do. Then she turns evil. Then it kind of turns into a cartoon. But yeah, when she's the couple of moments that they have, I think she's really good. Shout out to Mbeth.
Love it. What a great name.
Mbeth, yeah.
Not as good as Sheila, but it's a fine name, I suppose.
Yeah, so we get the quest set up because obviously he's the chosen one. The wizard explains that he has to go on a quest to find the Necronomicon first, and he goes out into the great beyond and gets chased by the evil dead monster and winds up at a windmill house.
It does. I want to try and make like can we do a project? I thought of like putting this, we could even use this for the show, but make our own Evil Dead monster is coming. The shot that is used in every movie where it's just a camera. That's the beauty about some of these things, is that they're so practical and easy, but they're cool. And like that, so you have the camera, which obviously they're speeding it up, but they're just going through the woods, and it's like going quickly. It's kind of hitting the ground. It's going just like that's fun, and it's definitely something that is iconic to the franchise, and just one of those cool tricks. There's a thing that they do in the second movie and the third movie where they like make the frame like stretched out.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like a kind of almost just like, oh yeah, we just put this setting on the camera that's technically wrong.
Yeah,
but
it looks like pulled out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like just like these little tricks that like, yeah, you can.
When you're projecting something too big and you're like pulling it, trying to get. Yeah.
These are all Raimi-isms.
Yeah.
They're just so identifiable for his style.
There's the shot when Ash is in the windmill where he's against like the door, and you can tell that the camera's on that 2x4 thing, and they're just pushing it at the door at different angles, and just having him like dot. Like it's just cool, like you said, practical shit that there's no like magic behind it other than the fact that it works.
I think that might be
Sorry, Chris, but you don't need the monster physically like attacking the door. Yeah. You just need the implication that the monster is attacking the door from the monster's point of view.
And the actor has to act like the monster's at the door. You have to buy it.
You have to sell it.
That's the beauty of these is all these kind of like, I don't know, gonzo, kind of tricks that are used that are simple enough that you can kind of identify and be like, I think I know what's happening here, but I didn't think of that. Like he just using the creativity.
Well, speaking of which, like everything that happens in the windmill is, from a technical perspective, just some incredible shit. Like the initial shot into the mirror where the reflection kind of hints that something weird is going on, the breaking of the mirror, and then you see all the reflections of Ash in it. But then when he turns away, if you're looking, you can see in all of those reflections that they're not turning or anything. Mm-hmm. So it sets it up visually so perfect that they're going to just pop out, and that's going to be the thing.
That's very cool.
And that would actually be scary if it weren't played for laughs. Like that
Yeah,
would
the
actually
entire
be
time.
terrifying.
Yeah,
And I think
because the Deadite is always just a goofy, ghouly monster. Like that's just what it turns things into.
and I personally, that's why, I mean, I love the remakes because I mean, I love these two. These are special and they're doing something special. But these remakes are like, okay, well now it's whatever, 40 years later, we have a lot more. And also this is an establishment. This is a franchise. Let's give it $25 million. Let's give it 30, whatever. And it's still funny and over the top and silly, but it is also kind of scary and kind of like holy shit, but it manages to marry the two. And I think it's very unique. I mean, I'm sure there are many films we could talk about and point to and be like, yeah, well, this one's also like that, or this one's also like that. But again, coming back to this, I mean, even the blood spurt, the over the top, the blood shooting out. Maybe that happened before. I don't know. I'm not a historian, but it certainly was like taken, and like Quentin Tarantino, he saw it, and like many others did, and Gore, and yeah, I love it.
Reservoir Dogs. There's a movie that came out in '92.
Speaking of Quentin,
Not a lot of blood squibs though. Well, they had squibs, but they didn't have sprays of
No.
blood.
Yeah, they just
that was shot. That was shot for like realness.
realism. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah, I don't think he really
absurdism.
Didn't get into the absurdity until Kill Bill. Does that sound right?
Yeah. And Kill Bill 2 more.
Kill Bill 1 has literally spurting blood.
Yeah, Kill Bill 1 they had to change to black and white, or else they were gonna give it an NC-17.
Yeah,
I love that fact.
Yeah, I like the black. Or I like the color better. I'm sorry. Collects my thoughts. I know. I like the black and white a lot better.
That's
Sorry.
I mean, the stylistic choices. Kill Bill 1 holds a special place in my heart.
Agreed.
So this was some iconic stuff happening, and let's skip. Yeah, so the windmill. That's where we're at. We've got
the windmill ends with them doing a Gulliver's Travels style, tying Bruce Campbell down, and then they drop one of the mini Bruce Campbells into his mouth.
One has to plug his nose.
Fun gag where he pours boiling water down,
which he has no problem with. He's fine with it.
Insane stuff. And
why not?
He
you
loves
gotta kill the thing, right? Like,
yeah, he loves to just beat himself up for the sake of fighting evil.
Yeah. But what ends up happening is like he has a growth inside of the fucking eyeball pussy looking shit on his shoulder. Not cool.
I love that. That was a Cronenberg. Yeah.
That's where I like this whole part where he's like growing out of him, that substance shit. Don't like it.
That's like my favorite bit in the whole movie. I love it. I love the little eye. I think it's so cool. What a cool little prosthetic they got.
They don't really revisit that, right? Is it just like it goes away? What is that? Do they talk about it just leaves? Or does he take care of that somehow? I don't remember.
The eye becomes like his.
Yeah, it just starts growing more. Like they do like a cutaway from that, and you see like as Bruce Campbell's like stumbling and falling around, that the thing's continuing to grow out of him.
And then it turns into 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then evil Ash, good Ash. Bad Ash, good Ash.
The first 35 minutes I watched on an elliptical on my phone, as the director intended.
Yep.
And
shaky cam.
Oh, David Lynch would be so upset right now. I would imagine. Hated people watching things on their phones.
Yeah, Chris. Why can't you just watch the movie the way I intended it, Chris?
Here's the weather.
Oh, I love him. R.I.P. R.I.P.
Yeah.
No, I won't explain Mulholland Drive to you.
It means whatever you want it to mean. I don't even know. You're like, oh, well, that makes sense.
Thanks, Dave. So yeah, he gets out of there. Evil Ash, Bad Ash, thinks that he blows his head off, then mutilates him with a chainsaw. Then gets to the Necronomicon, and then he gets sucked into the one. I've already talked about this. Has the weird face when he comes back. Finds the actual Necronomicon and has to say his string of words that he was told and forgets.
He's gonna remember them. Don't worry about it.
Screws up the N-word.
And he almost says the N-word in there. Oh my God. I was like...
There is a wink and a nod to the audience while that's going on.
Just a little one, though.
Do you think?
I didn't know.
There for sure he says N-word and like looks into the camera and goes, "Eh."
92. Come on. Oh my God. I couldn't hear that over the grunts at the gym. But
who's grunts? Yours or the guy behind you?
Can I be both?
Nice.
Can always be both. So Ash returns to the castle, hands the book off to the wizard. Wizard's like, "Did you say it right?" He's like, "Nope." And we cut to the dead rising and evil Ash rising with his mutilated face.
Yeah, that face is gnarly.
Also a good prosthesis. Super good prosthesis.
The bit at the end where he's got his chin strapped on and he can't get it strapped. Yeah. That's great. That's good stuff.
And again, yeah, it's like this. It's like this is the Bruce Campbell show.
Yeah,
he plays that. I mean, he's anything of importance besides Sheila, and then like whatever little monster puppets. It's all Bruce Campbell all the time.
Then we get a great montage where Bruce Campbell breaks into the back of Sam Raimi's car. That's in all of his movies, and really? Apparently that was all just junk that was already in Sam Raimi's trunk of that car. And
the chemistry book, the ammo, and what was the other one? It was all funny.
It's video games, Sam. It's video games or D&D, basically what happens there. They open up a treasure chest and get everything that they need for the impending battle.
The chemistry book was like my favorite thing. I was like, oh my God, if you leave that back there, this is a bad idea. Bruce,
they're like, Bruce Campbell can't just explain how to make dynamite to these people. Like, we have to at least give him a chemistry book to explain it to them.
Because we don't believe that Ash would know how to do it.
Yeah, he works at a department store.
Yeah, like he works at S-Mart, for God's sake.
Don't they have dynamite there that he has to, I don't know. Is that a houseware?
He knows where some things are in the store. But yeah, the car gets remade by the blacksmith into a battle machine that we see later on.
That is cool.
Kind of disappointing, though, I will say. It does wreck some dudes to begin with, but does get foiled fairly easily.
All because of Sheila in her non-ghoulish form.
Yeah, the Evil Dead trick. That always works.
Love the scene where the car flips over and like she's kind of just like standing there in the kind of the foreground or whatever. That's very nice.
Ash has to give a rousing speech to rally the troops. He does some Mulan style training with the boys in the yard, teaching them how to stab those spears. Great line.
They do the move exactly later on.
Exactly. Oh yeah. Have to. I mean, you put all that work into it, you might as well do it once.
Right.
Great line. Are all men from the future loudmouth braggarts? Nope. Just me, baby.
Lots of baby.
Give me some sugar, baby.
Give me some sugar, baby. Oh, that's just pillow talk, baby.
Does she know what any of that means, or is it just the inflection that he's throwing on it?
I just like the way like
she
when he
seems to catch his drift.
Like early on, he goes into those like to see the medieval guys after he's celebrated after the pit. And he just goes into these like guys that are all these medieval guys. He's like, so what's going on? You're getting me out of here or what, baby? Or like, like that. Just like this is bizarre. Some of the
come on, you, me, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys, just send me back.
The modern inflection and the modern slang it totally
it works every
hilarious.
Time. Every time it works. So Sheila ends up getting picked up by a flying deadite who that's basically what inspires Bruce Campbell into rallying the guys up. And she gets taken back where she gets molested by evil Ash and turned into a witch. And they lay siege to the castle. But Ash has prepared these guys. They start with their advanced weaponry and explosives. And this is, your boilerplate old school battle where all the tips and tricks that you guys did the montage for before all work out just as planned. And it works, but then the overwhelming bad guys start breaking in.
I think it's the cinematic equivalent of the battle for Minas Tirith. Personally, like I think that's as close as you can get outside of the Lord of the Rings.
I was thinking Helm's Deep the entire time. I'm like, does Helm's Deep even like stack up to this?
This is on a totally different level, stylistically and artistically, really.
Yeah, this is the mountaintop, and
Peter Jackson is a hack.
Yeah, Peter Jackson is just a dwarf that has burrowed under the mountain, but he could not climb the mountain that Raimi has climbed with this movie.
Agreed.
Raimi steps out of the Shire. That's all I know. I'm weak on the Lord of the Rings and fantasy movies in general, but that's okay. I've seen one Harry Potter, and I saw Lord of the Rings movies because I had to. I felt like I had to, and they were fine. But I know that I'm in the minority.
Yeah, so Ash has to do a couple of his one-on-one battles. So he has the battle where he first has to battle the Deadites by taking his cruiser out and using the windmill on that propeller style to kill a couple skeletons. He gets foiled by Sheila doing the Evil Dead back to normal trick, and then has to stab her and throw her over the edge. And then he faces mano a mano versus Evil Ash.
Yeah, some of these fights were a little anticlimactic.
This is like Robin Hood shit, man.
Yeah, but just like kind of quicker and not as cool. Yeah. I mean, again, there's plenty to like. It's
like Robin Hood Men in Tights level.
Oh man, I mean, Blinken.
Mel Brooks.
I said a Blinken. What are you doing? Guessing? So many good lines. Oh my god. I love Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Achoo.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Really, Dave Chappelle.
And I loved Prince of Thieves. Like when that movie came out, that's like 91. I feel like I had the Bryan Adams song on repeat. I loved that, and so that was very much in my front and center in my brain. So the parody was just
that movie. Sucks.
The fight scenes actually kind of reminded me of The Mummy.
Yeah,
like
there's some
like it stuff. Really reminded me of The Mummy. Like there's some.
Brendan Fraser is and our boy here are a good comparison.
You think?
Yeah, Bruce Campbell and naturally good-looking guys, enough charisma to get over the fact that they're not the best actors in the world.
Well, Bruce Campbell's not going to win an Oscar anytime soon.
He just needs to gain a lot of weight, go through.
But Fraser is like perfect for the tone of The Mummy. Like The Mummy is good.
Yeah. I think it sucks. I mean, but I don't know.
That movie is good.
You know what movie I watched really recently with Brendan Fraser? I don't know why, but I watched Bedazzled. Is that what it's called? Bedazzled?
What were you doing?
Elizabeth Hurley? I don't know. I was bored one night and I was like scrolling through Tubi. And I was like, oh, I remember this movie. And I made it like halfway-ish through and I was like, okay, that's enough of that. Click.
Well, Brendan Fraser is the Encino Man too. There you go.
Whiz in the juice. The birth of Pauly Shore. That was a huge movie for me too.
That fucking Biodome was big.
Biodome was big. We should do all the Pauly Shore movies. No, we shouldn't. Just kidding. Son-in-Law, by the way, this is.
Do we get to do the Goofy movie then?
Is he in the Goofy movie?
He is.
Nice. Oh yeah, isn't he like the son or something?
He might not be in the first one. He's in the second one for sure.
Could we also count his guest appearance on Futurama?
I mean, anytime you want to do a Futurama podcast, I'm in. That show fucking rules. It's better than The Simpsons.
It is.
It is.
Whoa. Well, I mean, that's tough. That's tough. I mean, Prime Simpsons, come on.
Prime Futurama?
Okay.
Prime says Simpsons hasn't been since 1996.
Correct. But the Prime Simpsons was like nothing we've ever seen. I mean, of course, I was of the exact right age. Like it was very.
Yeah, maybe like pound for pound, it's better. Simpsons.
Yeah. But
I would
again,
say that Futurama is just good in general. There are bad Simpsons episodes.
yes. Oh, there's a ton of. I mean, at this point,
yeah,
there's so many ones. But
there's duds among Futurama, but yeah, I mean, it's like any show, if it runs long enough, is going to have a couple duds.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. Get into the end of this. One final gag versus good Ash, evil Ash. He gets him on a pile of dynamite, catapult him out of there. He blows up. And Ash then follows through, gets sent back in time, is back in his S-Mart gear.
Yeah.
Patrolling the aisles once more. And a Deadite comes in and attacks him, sweeps another woman off her feet, kills the Deadite, kisses her, fucking rock and roll.
Rides into the sunset, baby.
Yep.
That's what we do, baby.
Yeah. Gonna make you horny, baby. It's all of a sudden, it's Austin Powers.
So here's some of the differences between theatrical and director's cut. Obviously, the ending, in the windmill scene is longer, so more hijinks in the windmill.
Hijinks in the Windmill. That's a good band name.
They take out the line in the director's cut, the good, bad, I'm the guy with the gun. That is not in the director's cut, but it is in theatrical.
Is there a reason?
I don't know. It's just
Do they say she bitch? She bitch? Is that in both? It has to be.
Not seeing that. There is more Ash and Sheila romance.
I do feel like that wasn't set up properly.
Yeah, it does seem cut short.
It does, yeah. And they
for what it intended.
And they like talk about like all their romance, and you're like, "What? You mean the 5 seconds that was shown before?" Yeah.
Yeah.
But again,
and apparently the battle is more drawn out, and there's more like connective tissue with what's actually going on. I think the theatrical plays fast and loose.
They needed to keep the movie at a tight 85.
Yeah, for sure. If this
like
went too long, yeah. Like you said, this is on the razor's edge of just being not anything at all.
Yeah. It's all and in that aspect, I think it's the editing and all that is kind of smart, because as you've already mentioned, Luke, this could go bad in so many ways.
Yes,
and it kind of skirts all of it, but because of these kind of very intentional decisions.
Yeah, and I think very deftly, to give Raimi a bunch of credit for that. And it knows exactly what it wants to be, and it does it, sticks the landing, in my opinion. So let's get into our favorite scenes, our performances, and our MVP. Sam, you got a favorite scene from the movie?
I actually really love the pit scene. I love it. I think it's cool. I like that the Deadites are just down there already. Like that's already it's part of the background lore immediately of the world. Like seeing them there, it's like, oh shit, okay, this is connected. And then my other favorite is probably Bruce Campbell trying to figure out Ash trying to figure out. It's hard to differentiate the two, but Ash trying to figure out the 3 Necronomicons.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny that the ghouls and goblins punch? Did anyone else, like you kind of? I'm used to seeing, if I see a monster, like monsters aren't like going
like full swinging.
Yeah, like they don't. That's not something that typically happens. But hey, again, unique to this world we're in.
I'm sure Michael Myers gives a backhand or a punch at some point. Come on.
He just walks and stabs.
I mean, if the theory is that if they grab you, it just makes you easier to bite, right?
Yeah, they're biting, and it's more of that as opposed to like wrestling moves or which
True.
are definitely done. There is a bit of a WWE wrestling match down in the pit for a brief moment. A lot of flipping with legs and just a lot of sick moves.
Doesn't he suplex one of them? Pretty sure he does. Right?
There's a lot of
stuff.
Busting of skeletons, bones. What's your favorite scene, Chris?
I'm gonna go with I'll go with the windmill. No, I'm gonna go when the army comes alive.
Oh yeah, that's sick.
It's very fun. It's just like and there's a lot of stuff happening. You get to play around with the stop motion animation, and you just kind of see this world, and it's good. And it also kind of it's like gearing us up for that final act. And so yeah, that's what I'll go with.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the end. I like the back in the S-Mart, grabbing the gun out. Because you do the whole because it cuts to and it's like, is this just some shitty story that this guy Ash who works at the S-Mart just tells people? And then you see the Deadite come, you see him smash through to get the rifle, and it's his armored hand.
Yeah.
And then he just fucking repeater. Sweet. I love it.
Well, I think his face is all messed up too.
Yeah, that too. But the way that, it's just implied that no one believes him, which obviously they shouldn't.
With the way his hair is slicked back like a total nerd.
Performance of the movie.
I'm going with Beth Davids.
Yeah. Beth getting some love.
Beth.
Sammy?
I mean, it's the Bruce Campbell show, but I like the Merlin character a lot. No, I'm just kidding. It's the Bruce Campbell show. Like he kills. Like it's his only real role.
What role?
Yeah, him as Ash or as Evil Ash or as
Mini Ash?
Oh, they're also fun. Evil Ash is hilarious to me. Like the concept is very funny to me, and then how he becomes like this hideous monster with all the crap on his face is they didn't want to film him doing two things at once, so they just got a different guy and ADR'd him. Good stuff. Probably just regular Ash.
Yeah, he looks like
I'm gonna take Evil Ash.
Evil Ash?
Yeah.
I just dropped a Pizza the Hut reference for Spaceballs.
Ooh, there you go. It does kind of look like Pizza the Hut.
Are you excited for Spaceballs 2?
I mean, I'll see it. These Lego sequels are tough.
Yeah.
And it's fine. Sure. I mean, Spaceballs is great. It was great in the 80s.
It's good.
Yeah. The quest for more money.
Did you guys watch the John Candy documentary yet?
I have not. I watched the preview, and I would like to see it.
Oh my god, it was great. Yeah,
All right.
You guys should let me know.
Did you say you watched the Pee Wee one, Chris?
Yes, I'll plug that again. Sam, did you watch Pee Wee as himself?
I have not yet, but it is on my list.
It's really good. I fucking loved it, and I would highly recommend it to anybody.
There you go. Apparently, I'm hearing crazy buzz about this new Scorsese documentary. It's supposed to be epic. It's John Huston's daughter has been palling around with Scorsese for like the last 8 years and getting anyone that's ever worked with him on camera to talk about Martin Scorsese, his career and legacy.
Wow.
And it's supposed to just be incredible.
What is it going to be? As long as The Irishman, or
we can only hope. Still haven't seen it.
Oh man, they paint houses, and the aged down De Niro with blue eyes will annoy the shit out of you, and completely take you out of the movie the whole time.
Why I won't watch it
like that. AI generated.
So what I did is I watched Silence instead, which fucking rules. Everyone should actually, not everyone should watch Silence. It is a deeply depressing movie, but that is the lost Scorsese from this era that I will take over The Irishman any day of the week.
Oh, it's from 2016 with Andrew Garfield, Liam Neeson, Adam Driver. Wow, I had no idea didn't know this existed.
Dude, it's about Catholicism and guilt. It's incredible.
I should probably check that out.
Like the same words, I thought. Liam Neeson, watch The Naked Gun on Paramount Plus. Do yourself a favor.
I still haven't turned it on yet. I've been catching up on television.
Well, we refuse to pay for more than like 2 streaming services at this point. It's ridiculous.
It's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Well, we like canceled Disney Plus because it's like $17 a month now.
It's insane. Yeah, if I didn't have a kid, I wouldn't have Disney Plus.
Yeah, no way. Okay, MVP.
Wait,
no, there's
yeah, we have MVP. I'm gonna give it to Bruce Campbell. I think even with all the tricks and stuff that Raimi's doing, this movie doesn't work if Bruce Campbell isn't incredible at what exactly needs to happen in this movie.
Agreed. I'll give it to Sam Raimi to be different, and because he's also very important.
Yeah. Sam, tiebreaker.
I mean, I love my Bruce Campbell, but I like Sam Raimi more, and I like seeing his evolution, especially from like his early work like this. So it's Sam Raimi for sure. Sam Raimi also wrote and directed it.
He wrote it with his brother?
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah. This is the first one that his brother has credit.
Wow. I'm just looking at his filmography. This can't all be him. Okay, well, we'll get back to this. No, okay. I hate when sometimes like when you just Google stuff, sometimes the internet's not correct. That's so weird. I don't understand.
It's strange. I've never heard that before.
Yeah,
you're telling me for the first time.
It must be true. I think they're not allowed to put stuff that's fake on the internet.
While Chris is doing that, we have The Evil Dead, the remake. Came out in 2013 or something like that?
2013, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is going to be our next episode. I believe we're going to have some of the guys from the MCU's Bleeding Edge on that episode. So I think Andres and Jeff. So you'll get to be on an episode with Andres, Chris.
Awesome.
We recently covered Scream 3 over on his channel, Andres the Pop Culture Guy. So I watched Scream 3 for that. Man, Scream 3. What a film. What a film.
Courtney Cox bangs. That's all that comes out of that.
Prime Courtney Cox was better looking, I think, personally, and a better actress than Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, Prime. I'd agree with that.
You can go toe to toe.
Yeah.
And I mean, acting wise, although I don't know, Jennifer Aniston does comedy well, especially as she's aged. She's
Courtney. I talked about it on the episode, but I don't think Courtney Cox is good in the Scream movies. I think she's actually pretty bad in them.
Yeah. David Arquette.
And that's So yeah, love David Arquette. I actually think that 3 might, if 3 was written by one person and that could be proved, which it cannot because apparently it was basically being written on set. If it could be proved, it is the most meta third movie of a trilogy ever made because it sucks in the part where bad third movies are supposed to suck and then is good in the parts where like even bad third movies are good. And since the movie is really about trilogies and being a trilogy, like being the third movie of a trilogy, if it was a single writer that determined all of that, and that's the movie that came out, it would be brilliant.
That's awesome. That's really cool. I'm curious. Like I've got a lot of questions, but it sounds like if I want answers, I should go and listen to the episode that you did. Is that right?
I did, yes. I was on a forum.
A forum?
Discussing.
So
It was great. Really like podding with those guys, and Scream 3 definitely not a movie that I would have gone out of my way to see. And there it was. I don't believe anything that I just said about Scream 3. I think it's actually a piece of hot garbage.
Well, where are you stealing that from then?
I made that up in my own head.
Oh, you fooled me, man.
I'm saying you could take it to be that way if you wanted to stretch it to be like, if you really wanted it to be good, that's how far you would have to stretch it.
Yeah, like the apologist for Scream 3. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If I were to be like Scream 3's biggest fan, it would be like, this movie is actually the most meta movie ever made.
Sure. I'm a big fan of like all of the other ones, I think. I don't remember 2 as
I don't
well.
remember 2 at all. I had to look up information on that.
I don't think 2 is great, but the first one obviously a classic. Fourth one is good, and then by the time we get to 5, those are the more modern ones, and I think they're all great. I mean, it's just like those are fun movies.
Yeah.
I legitimately have never seen any of them except for the first one. So
that's all you really need to see. The first one's perfect, and all the rest are just iterating on it.
Yeah, but they're fun.
You either like it and it's fun, or you don't get it or don't need to get it and you don't watch them.
All I know is that for some reason I didn't like Drew Barrymore at the time that I watched it, and I was like, yeah, she got what she deserved.
Damn.
For being Drew Barrymore. I don't remember why I didn't like her at the time.
All right.
Well, on that note, see you, Sam.
So happy about a woman having her tested all over the deck.
I mean, you know, no,
with that phone.
I'm kidding.
I joke. We just because we love. So that's
tough room.
That's basically what we got going on lately. Evil Dead Rise in 2 weeks. I'm excited for that one. I have never seen Army of Darkness, so I was quite delighted with this. And then I've never seen the remake of The Evil Dead. So
hell yeah.
These are the 2 that I'm going in blind.
You're going to have a fun time. I'm excited to talk about it. Shall we rate?
Yeah, let's give this a rating out of 10.
Out of 10 bones.
Sam, do you want to go first as our guest?
7 out of 10. It's pretty awesome.
Love it.
Love it. I'll do a 7.1.
Give it a 7.3.
Love that.
Well, now hold on.
Yeah, you didn't know that you can do points. We're like pitch.
I didn't know.
We're very fucking snobby and.
Well, I'm gonna do a 7.2. Just.
Oh, look at us! That's so cute.
All in a row.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so, I think I gave ED2 like an 8.2 and the first one 7.8. Like,
we haven't done a recap. Like a trilogy or a franchise like wrap up hasn't happened for a while. So
yeah, we could do that. We can do more of that, especially since we get so many viewers tuning in live that we can basically just run a show based on our chat. Like we've already accomplished that, so props to us. And so that part of the production is done.
Yeah. And yeah, shout out to my friend Peter. He was the one talking to me about Evil Dead Army of Darkness. For Halloween, he has a skeleton coming out of his yard, as people do, but they have like night clothing all around. So it's
awesome.
Yeah, shout out.
Love it. All right, guys, that's all we got. Tune in next week for the remake of The Evil Dead. Thank you, Sam, so much for jumping on for Army of Darkness.
Thanks for having me. Have a good rest of the night.
Thanks, Chris.
See you later. Bye.